Okay, so suppose you have a great idea for a product and you've worked out a great business plan. You have your people lined up, a place to work from, suppliers ready, and communication systems in place. But how do you get money? Very few people have all the money they need to start the business of their dreams. And without capital, without some money up front, it's very hard, if not impossible, to be successful. Today, I'm going to talk to you about an increasingly popular way to fund a business or service or creative endeavor. Crowdfunding. I'm sure you've heard the term. Can anyone tell me what it means?
It means getting money from people online.
Yep. Crowdfunding involves getting money from people online. Can you tell me more about how it works? Do you just put a request for money on your website or ask for money in your blog?
No. With crowdfunding, you present your idea, and sometimes you give people some incentive to chip in and help you.
That's right. There are 3 parties to crowdfunding. First, the person with the idea. Second, the investors. And third, the people who run the platform. For example, the website that gets the idea people and the investing people together. Now, there are 2 types of crowdfunding. In the first type, rewards crowdfunding, investors don't get a share in the company, but they get a reward for investing. For example, you don't compensate them with money, but they get some of the product for free. The second type is more like the investing you see with venture capitalists, and it's called equity crowdfunding. The investors get shares of a company in exchange for the money they contribute. So, if the company grows and does well, these investors can continue to make money. But they also run the risk of losing what they first invested. Let me go into a little more detail about the 2 types of crowdfunding. First, the rewards-based funding. Within this type, there are 2 subtypes. In both subtypes, usually the party with the service or product sets a goal. But in one subtype, if the party doesn't meet the financial funding goal, they keep all the money anyway. This is called keep it all. The second type is called all or nothing. With this type, as the name implies, if the goal isn't reached, the person with the service or product returns the money or doesn't collect pledges, money that is promised. The first subtype, keep it all, is riskier, of course, for investors, but there is never complete assurance of success with any crowdfunding project. The other main type of crowdfunding was the type in which investors get shares. This is called equity funding. That's EQUITY. With crowdfunding, the law allows for many small investors to participate in one project. I should add that a lot of crowdfunding is for charitable work.
What sort of charitable work?
Ideas that help the poor or that assist in environmental preservation, for example. Or sometimes a person will want to make a film or write a book to bring attention to a social problem or to promote something positive, like peace. Usually, these people don't offer shares. They'll offer copies of the book or film to investors who are willing to contribute money to something they see as a charity or not-for-profit. Also, there are some platforms that offer crowdfunding for education-related projects. For example, funding that somehow gets materials for teachers, or funding of university students' academic projects by alumni or the general public. For the creator of the product or service, there are many benefits to crowdfunding. One is that the person develops a profile, meaning that the product and creator get the attention of people who are looking for things to invest in. Also, with crowdfunding, a creator can interact with investors, with the audience. That might give good ideas for future projects or business partners, or might provide qualitative feedback that can make the original idea better. That's about all I'm going to say about this topic today. What I want you to do next is to go online. Just search for crowdfunding. You might also try kickstarting. These are good keywords for searching. Go to at least 10 or 15 different platforms, sites that coordinate crowdfunding. Write the name of each platform you visit and take notes.
What should our notes include?
Well, the product, the launch date, the date the product will be available, the incentive, if there is one. Also note whether the funding is the keep-it-all type or the all-or-nothing type. But the most important thing is what I was going to say next. Identify your favorite project and explain your interest in it.
It sounds like we might have a crowdfunding project in our future.
Well, that thought had crossed my mind. We'll see how interested we all are after you've identified some projects. You never know. If any of you have dreams, this may be a step toward making them come true.